Hi, I'm Kathy with 𝙈𝙤𝙤 and I wanted to go over the 5.5 kit with you and give you some ideas on how to get your design straight and maybe some ideas on how to put together a little bit of a presentation when you want to go to a business and get a contract. So also I wanted to mention, if you're interested in ordering, you just need to go in Messenger and message me, and that's where you can place an order with me. So let's get down here and I will show you. So to start with, let's go a little bit lower. This is the station right here in the middle, and then this is the base that you get with your 5.5 kit, and then this is the 5.5 fixture in freestyle, and then you will also get a 5.5 hoop, and the last item that you get, I set the freestyle on top of it, is the T-square. So when I'm starting out, what I like to do, and you can see it really well, this is a cotton t-shirt, is I like to fold it in half and iron down the center. And the reason I do that is when I start to hoop, I really want to get a nice center for hooping. And you can kind of see, I put a light up there so you could really see it. You can see that nice center. And I'll show you as I start to hoop. So let's go ahead and just hoop this so you can see. I'm going to push this base out of the way and really get this centered for you. So what we use to hoop that is, I got this all jumbled here, and we're just going to start by just guessing. I really don't know, so I'm going to put my 5.5 fixture on, and I'm just going to guess at number 23. And I'm also going to need to grab a ruler, because typically for men's t-shirts, and you probably already all know this, men's, you go 7 inches down, 7 to 9 inches down from the shoulder. So that's going to be, I'll just go 8 just for an average. So I'll stick a little pin right in here. And then from this iron center right here, I'm going to go to over to the arm. It is 11 inches. So I'm going to go halfway to there from that 8 inches. So that is going to be 5.5. So this is going to be my center right here. So what I like to do is, I don't want to put anything inside the hoop as I'm setting things up. It's just easier to not do that to start with, just to get things adjusted. So I'm going to put my shirt over, and I want to get my shoulders adjusted. I want them nice and even, both in the same place. And then I take a look at that center line that I ironed, and there's a nice edge on the edge of that fixture, and I want them, if the size of the shirt doesn't fall right on it, I want it at least equal distances. And I can see right away that my fixture needs to go more over to my right. So I'm just gonna pull it up, and I'm going to move it over. And stick it right in. So the other thing I'm going to be doing is the center of my hoop is there's these little indents right here, and the center of my hoop is the center of that, and you can mark that, and I can see that I am too high. So I'm going to need to my center is too high and my shirt is too low. So I need to adjust this. And I inevitably go backwards, so we'll see what I do. So let's see what happens here. So I can just pull it up and take a look, and yes, I did go backwards. I don't know why, I just always have a backwards brain. So let's go down to number 28 here and take a look. Yeah, now I got it. So there I am. And this is an extra large shirt, and typically the station works better to large. So what I'm gonna do to get this centered is I'm I'm on here with my shoulder square. I am straight along here, and then I am just going to pull over evenly until I am in the center of my hoop. And how I tell that, because so many people ask me about extra large shirts, and how I tell is there's a blue line right along here. So now I am lined up with my blue line along there. Now I kind of did all that without, I'm not ready to hoop because I don't have my bottom hoop under there, and my stabilizer isn't under there, but I wanted to explain the process to you. So I'm just gonna gently roll this up, and I'll need to recheck all that. But the reason I do that is I want to get all my settings. And if I had my magnetic hoop in and my hoop on top, it would keep, the magnets would fight me. So now, just to explain, there's a warning sign here. The warning always goes down. So you always think about warning is away from you. And you also have a clip here. In one position, the clip will lock. So if it's locked, see, I can't pick it up. If I slide it the other way, I can pick the bottom hoop up. And the reason you want that, if you want it locked, everything will be really down and stable, which would also allow that not happening, what I was just talking about. So if I want to leave it unlocked, the hoop will come up. And then now I'm going to put my stabilizer down so I can put it in these magnetic clips right here, which is really nice. And another question I get asked all the time is right here where the stabilizer comes along these clips. It bothers some people. It doesn't bother me at all, but it bothers some people. So if it bothers you, just make 2 little tiny snips right there. It's not in the hoop area at all. And then you can fold it back, and it'll be out of your way. So now I am ready to hoop, and I can just gently pull this back down. But I do want to make sure, because I just the tiniest bit off and the logo will not be straight. So I want to come back, and I want to make sure those shoulders are straight. I want to make sure that this line right here is equal distance from the edge of my fixture. So I just want to take a look at that. You can even grab a little ruler and take a look at it. And then once everything is to your liking, you can press these down and take a look across, to see, is that straight across? You can take a peek, pull this up and take a peek. Is this straight right here? But the real important to make sure that your logo is going to be straight this way is this line right here that you ironed. Is that straight? So once you do that, warning away from you, and then press, and you're hooped. Now that was a lot of adjusting. So when you go to do your next size shirt, your next shirt, it isn't that hard. You're already on this number 28, and you can hoop over and over and over again. And there's not as much adjusting. You can just put the shirt on, you can straighten it and hoop. You don't have to do the first few steps that I did. So it makes it really, really easy to do shirts. And it is even easier with small, regular, and large. The extra large, you pull it over a little bit. I did speak to people that are in the big shops, and they don't pull it over. They just hoop it. It was only about 1/2 inch, and they hoop it at that spot. So it's totally up to you what you want to do. So it would have been from that center to the armpit, 5.5 inches across was center, and they would have done it just that little 1/2 inch more towards center. Then they don't make that adjustment at all. It's just to give you some of that information that I did get from some of the bigger embroidery shops, some of the professionals. So that is a t-shirt. And then I wanted to show you a pillow. So I'm going to go ahead and do it the other way, where we can lock to set it up, so we can lock down the bottom hoop. Let me get that down. So now the bottom hoop is locked, like I was talking about. And I'm going to do it so that little clip mark is there that I did. And we'll put this in. And I don't do the center ironing because we have where the buttons are to get straight. So I'm going to pull this down, and I can actually use my T-square for my 7 to 9 inches from the shoulder for a male shirt. And I'm going to do 8 because it's a polo and it's going to be, I think it'll just look better. So that is 7 to 9 inches right there. And then I'm going to take a look at the center across here. And that is 9. So oh, I almost got it. It was just a teeniest bit. Okay, so that is the center. So I'm going to fold my collar down so it's nice and even. Okay, so this needs to go in another direction. It needs to come up. Yep, I just needed to come up 1 number. And this is, I don't need to move at all. It's straight. Now, in order to get my logo straight, and you're going to find that the way these shirts are sewn, I do want my shoulders straight, but more so I want this straight. So I am going to pull this so that it is straight along the edge of the fixture. That's what I'm going to find is the most important to me. And it was like right in the center until I did that. But because the eye is super important, I'm going to make that my center because I've experienced that before. And that is what is really, really important. So anyways, I don't know if you guys have had that experience, but I definitely have had that experience. So I'm going to go with that. So I didn't have any trouble with adjusting at all. So that was perfect. So my bottom hoop is down, my stabilizer is down, I've got my centers, and I can hoop. So I'm really happy with that. So we've done a t-shirt, we've done a polo. And it was locked, but it came up. So I probably didn't have I wonder if my screws are, I think my screws are a little bit too tight. I'm gonna have to loosen those so my lock stays down more in a locked position. But typically, after I loosen these, when it's locked, you won't be able to pull up like I just did. You'll have to reach down and lift this so you can pull up, just so you know that. So anyways, that is what you can do, basically what you can do with shirts. And also what I also like to always tell you is when you unhoop, so I pull off the top hoop and then I bring out the bottom hoop and lay it down at an opposite little bit of a tilt, and that's how you store. So that helps any of you guys. It helps with, people talk about being afraid of pinching, and I've been using them for a long time, and it's been a super long time since I've gotten my fingers pinched. I'm sure 1 is experience, and 2 is I just always do that step, and it really, really helps me. So this is pretty much what I do with the adult station. There's a few more things, but this is the basics. And I should also say, when you change shirt sizes, you need to readjust. But this works really great, and I like to have 2 5x5 hoops because when I'm hooping one shirt, take it to stitch while it's stitching out, when I'm in big production mode with lots of shirts for logos, then I can be hooping another shirt, trimming, stabilizer, packaging, all that kind of stuff. So it keeps me moving. So that is the station. So the other things you can do is, now we have the base. So the base has the freestyle fixture. It's really easy to put on and take off. You just slide it into this little screw and nut. There's also a little pin under here that you go down into. And now you're going to be able to do some flat things. And there's also pins here, holes here, and you can slide right in. And it just takes like a little negotiating to get in the right place. And now I'm in the right place. So now I can do anything kids things, bags, purses, anything flat, quilt tops, quilt squares, anything in the 5.5 hoop. Like you're in the 5.5 hoop. So now again, the warning side away, the tab down, and then we're still with the same fixture, so we still have the magnetic tabs that we can put in. And I thought that it would be great. I've shown this bag before, but I thought that it would be great when you're putting together, you've got a polo shirt, you've got a t-shirt, so it'd be great to put like a bag for your customer. So we're just going to need to find a center. So I'm just going to measure quickly across here, and it's 15 inches. So we're going to be 7.5 is our center. So it would just be depending upon your design. So I'm just going to mark the center across, and then we'll see where it lands. But the nice part about the freestyle fixture is it has these lines for depth. So once you decide how big your design is, then and you place it on here, then you can pull it up each time. So if your design would hit right about here with your hoop, so if this is about where you want it, you would come at the 6 or the 7. If it's more towards the 6, you want to be a little bit higher. This would be, and this looks a little bit more pleasing to me, but I would line this center of where I place my pin with the center line right down the middle here. Make sure I'm nice and straight, and come up to the ruler mark here on number 6. Now with this one, the tab is that direction, so I will be wanting the warning towards me, and then I'm hooped. So it's amazing how quickly you can hoop with the bag. And I have my, now it did lock, so it's kind of playing with me today. But you could see how I was just able to reach on the fabric there and pull it towards myself and open it up. And I always do, like for unhooping, two fingers under these little nubs, my thumb on top of the tab, push and pull, just like a little tiny water break. And then with your other hand, you can pull away. And you know, it's kind of like not fighting with your hoop is an explanation that I like to give. And then you just pull out that bottom hoop, and I need to grab my top hoop. Again, lay it kind of crisscross on there, ready for storage. So again, doing a presentation with your customers, you can come to them with a bag, a t-shirt, a polo, and then I have one other idea for them. Well, actually I have a couple more, but one that I want to show you. And this, it's too small to really use a fixture, but we do have something that you can, this does not come with the kit, they're called backing holders. So if you want to take control of your stabilizer, you can start with your bottom hoop, place your stabilizer down, and then you can press your backing holder on here. So now this is a little lunchbox, and you can put the same logo on all these pieces and take it to your customer, and it would be just a really nice presentation. And then this is kind of a little bit, this hoop is a little bit big, but it worked with the backing holder. It was really nice to be able to hold this stabilizer in for me, so I didn't have to worry about that. So the tab is away from me, so the warning sign is going to go towards me. I want to make sure my thumb is at it there, and then as I put that in, I can just press that all down, and then I am hooped. So this is pretty nice. Last step with the backing holder always is you just pull it away before you go to the embroidery machine. So this is a pretty great way that you can do it. Now, tab is always supposed to be towards you when you embroider, And with these bags, this is the only way you can this is the only way you can really do it. And I found with the 5.5, this is about the only hoop I can get away with the tab not being towards me. So I would have to go with a smaller hoop so the tab could be towards me, 4x6 or something like that, to really do it in the way so the tab would be towards me. So I just needed to mention that, so that you would know that would be the more appropriate way. But if you wanted to use the 5.5, it is the only way that I've been able to get away with it with my machine. So those are ways I center and the ways I hoop. And the only thing I didn't talk about was the T-square. And it is meant for towels, and it'll make the video really long. I have other videos on it, but it does go right here. And it's a little bit more elaborate on showing you how to hoop with the T-square. So you can look at those videos, but it's amazing, really, really amazing. But you could add a golf towel for the company with their logo on it, and present that also. So it will be pretty amazing with all these different pieces to look really professional with the presentation, and most likely get a contract with that company. So add-ons, there's some pretty amazing add-ons too. The one that is probably one of my most favorite add-ons with the kit is the adjustable freestyle fixture. And this is the adjustable freestyle fixture right here. And what I really like about it is its versatility. So I can show you how it works too. This slides right here. There's just 2 screws under here, super easy. And this allows you to use any hoop that's 13 inches in depth right here. So it gives you the freedom of buying a lot of different size hoops and being able to just go to and use them. And then it gives you the versatility of, like with the kit, it's for adults. And then this gives you the versatility of, let me unbuckle this, of getting down to kid sizes. So like here's a onesie, you know, you can set up all your hoops and such, but getting down to a onesie size, a t-shirt, you can, if like I had said, if you don't want to use the 5.5, you want to use a 4x6 or something like that, you could hoop this bag that I was talking about. So many other things, quilts, purses, toddler shirts, so many different things, and so many different size hoops, up to, like I said, up to 13 inches in depth. So it's pretty versatile. If you're wanting to not do the kit and just do something simple, these 2 items are a really nice choice. So that is what I really wanted to show you. I wanted to kind of concentrate on not only the kit, but centering. So I know it's kind of a long video. Thanks for sticking it out.